Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be a quick update. If you're new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications. Let's get right on to it. I wanted to do an update on ZBEC, ZBCN. Um, there's been a lot of talk about it. A few people's been asking me about it, about ZBEC. Did ZBEC hit the bottom at two zeros? I just checked. ZBEC is at two zeros five, no, excuse me, two zeros 25 or 25% of a penny. And we saw it about, what was it, about 2 months ago? It went all the way up to two zeros 70. So ZBEC, ZBCN, a lot of people are saying that it's going to pump all the way up to $1 or go over and all that type of stuff. But to be realistic, there's always going to be some big sell-offs. Like I said, when it went to 2070, it sold off. Now it came all the way down to 2025. Let's see how far down it goes. I just want to ask you guys, what do you guys think? Where ZBEC is heading to? Do you guys think it's heading back down to down into like maybe 20 or 18, 19, or is it going to bounce off like two zeros 25, and head back up to like 30 and 40? But let's see. This could be a new buying opportunity for ZBEC. I know there was a lot of hype around ZBCN. There was definitely a lot of hype around it, but let's see. I gave my price predictions in the past of about 5 to 10 cents to be more realistic. 5 cents at the low, 10 cents at the high. Going into 2026. But let's see what happens, man. Let's see if it's going to get ready for a parabolic run. Some cryptos are starting to pump a little bit. Um, Bitcoin is at about 108,000 right now, and ETH is just over 2,500. So let's see what happens. With ZBCN, where where is it going to be heading to? Like I said, people, gotten a lot of comments. People are asking me about ZBEC lately, but yeah, it did cool down over the last like month and a half. It definitely got a good cool down. Where it's at now, but like I said, when it a couple of months ago when it hit that 2070, obviously there was a sell off. People took profits. A lot of other crypto YouTubers that was really covering ZBAC, they're not going to admit that they took profits once they hit the high. They'll never tell you that. You know what I mean? They're just going to pump you up, pump up your head, say, yeah, we're going to a 50 cents or we're going to $1, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, it hit 2070, then it sold off. But other than that, let's just see where this is going to be going forward. Or there could be more downside, or it could bounce off this resistance or bounce off the at the bottom. But it's really hard to say right now where they're ZBEC is at the bottom. But anyways, other than that, definitely has the utility behind it. But at the end of the day, you got to be careful. You don't know what the VCs are doing. The venture capitals or the team or whatever. Got to be careful. We do know that it's 100 billion coins in their supply. 100 billion. So, but like I said, I'm always going to be more realistic. Whether people like it or not, whether people like it or not, I'm going to give it about 10 cents at the high. Maybe it'll go up to 15 cents, but let's see if it hits a penny. A lot of people thought it was going to hit a penny back in June, but it didn't. It actually kept coming back down. But let's see what happens going forward. Maybe it's the next major pump. Maybe it'll pump up to like a penny. Let's see. I can't predict. Any other crypto YouTuber tell you they know where it's going at this time and date. They're definitely lying to you guys. They're definitely lying. That they're just whatever. They're just doing it for views or whatever. You know. But anyways, but yeah, ZBAC. That is my thoughts on where it's going to be going. But right? What's today? July 6th. Yeah. So today's July 6th, and it looked like the market could heat up. With Bitcoin and ETH and all that. But yeah, there's a lot of other utility low caps that are over what how can I say it? Yeah, oversold or whatever. But yeah, let's see where ZBAC goes. But it looked like it definitely was looking for the bottom. But anyways, that is my quick update on ZBCN. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications. Also, guys, get over to Patreon. We got our 24, man. We got a cracking over our Patreon, man. We got a 24/7 chat group going on over there. We got our I got some new content coming over there really soon. I'm just doing some research on some different projects. I'm just doing research, but I got some new content coming soon. You can always go check out my other videos I've been dropping over there for the past 8 months. Like I said, we got a 24/7 chat group. If you're new to crypto, you want to be part of a vibrant community that's growing. We help each other out, give each other good advice. We keep up with crypto news and everything. Only 15 bucks, man. You're not going to find a good deal anywhere else on crypto YouTube for a Patreon. Only 15 bucks a month. And we got all that going on. You get full access to my content and everything. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get out of here. And that is my update on ZBEC, ZBCN. And yeah, let's see where it goes this month. But like I said, it's very hard to tell where it's going to go in the short term. Long term, obviously, yeah, we believe it's going to go over a penny. Long term, but short term, it's just hard to say as of right now. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is how we do it at Crypto Nation. I never left. Peace.